Hello, I'm Mary V. Today, let's talk about refreshing your bow hold. So my favourite violinist is Leonid Kogan, who was a Russian violinist and plays so delicately but with such a wide range, absolutely amazing, very dramatic. But when I was young, there weren't many pictures or, there wasn't much available about him. And later, when I saw pictures of Leonid Kogan, I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe the way that he held the bow. And his fingers were so splayed out, almost like that. It almost looked like that. I couldn't understand how he could play such a variety, from incredibly delicate to incredibly dramatic. With a bow hold like that seems to me incredibly stiff, that you wouldn't be able to have any flexibility. Then if you take Heifetz and you see his Russian bow hold, which looks almost like that. It's incredibly exaggerated. And then you've got Isaac Perlman, another world-class violinist with enormous hands. And quite often you can see a footage of Isaac Perlman, and he's only using the front two fingers. He's not using the third and fourth at all, and he's playing off the string and he's doing everything. So these violinists can play everything beautifully. And they've got very individual bow holds, and they're very different from one another. So it reminds me of an exercise that my teacher gave me once, which feels rather awkward, but it's incredibly good. And it's to only use the middle finger and the thumb to play, and then very slowly add the other fingers back in. And every time when you play, just with the middle finger, you're to think about your arm, your bowing arm, and it does make you think that. And then when you bring the other fingers in, you realise exactly the role that those other fingers are playing. So it sort of refreshes your bow hold, and it makes you much more aware of things. So let's have a look at doing a little bit of Bach. And you start on the string and then lift your other fingers. And during this, think about your bow arm a lot, okay? Okay, so my arm is making up for the lack of power and pressure that I'm able to put on. It's very weak, and I'm increasing the awareness of my arm. So the next thing is put the first finger back on, and let's see the difference it makes. Oh yes. Right, as soon as you do that, you can feel there's much more control. But because you're not using the two outer fingers, your arm is still much more involved in your awareness than normal, which is great. So it's time to add the third finger back on. Well, the whole hand feels so much more in control, and I can vary the pressure now instead of just having one sort of floaty pressure. So the flexibility is great. So let's just go back to my normal bow hold, and let's see how it feels. So I would really recommend this exercise, which goes from feeling very awkward, a bit awkward, to quite nice, and then, you know, you're up and running again. From time to time, I do think it's a great idea to do this exercise simply to refresh and bring your awareness back and bring all the elements of your bow and your bowing and your body back in line. So I hope you find that useful, and good luck with your practice. I'll say bye-bye for now. Bye.